guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Frost on Kyuujin Cosplay, and today guys, we're back again with you with Queen's Gambit, episode 5.
Yes, Fork.
5.
Episode 5, named Fork.
Oh, okay.
So, last episode I felt like an asshole. Alma died. They think it's hepatitis, which means that possibly her alcoholism has, caused it. So I don't know if we're gonna get an actual answer to what happened, but I'm blaming the alcohol. And Beth is a train wreck. She is.
Well, she lost her second mom, so yeah.
Yeah, and her confidant and her friend. So we'll see how she handles this episode. But now she's alone again, and she found a way to get pills without a prescription, so that's not good. And yeah, I don't know. Like we know where this is going. Like it ends up in Paris for the rematch with Borgrov, which she faced Borgrov and she lost. So after going against a smaller Russian who gave her quite a fight.
A smaller Russian.
Yeah, but he gave her quite a fight. So
yeah.
And she had to use tactics to have him focus on her instead of the game, and it was different from what we were used to with her. But yeah, she felt the heat, and she won that game, but then she completely lost against Borgrov, and that's when the mom died. So I don't know in which state we will find her this episode. I'm fearing for her sake. We'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's jump in this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to see more of these episodes and know when they're coming.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Let's jump in this.
Let's do the game, guys.
Dark's nothing to be afraid of. In fact, I'd go as far as saying there's nothing to be afraid of. Anywhere. The strongest person is the person who isn't scared to be alone. Other people, they'll tell you what to do and feel. Before you know it, you're pouring your life out in search of something other people told you to go look for. Someday you're going to be all alone. So you need to figure out how to take care of yourself.
Considering where she is now, it fits, but then I'm wondering how much of those conversations shaped how she was her entire life. Because yes, when you end up being alone, it sucks and you gotta, fend for yourself, but if you stop yourself from being with people your entire life because you're afraid, it's not better. She's way too young to be alone like that, to have no one to depend on.
Last time at least she had the orphanage, but now...
Jolene.
Hello?
Beth Harmon. This is Harry Beltik from the Kentucky State Tournament.
Yeah, hard to forget.
Remember.
I hear you dropped one of Borgov. I wanted to give condolences.
Thanks.
What were you playing, white?
For the game?
Black.
Dude, you don't know what's going on.
Okay. I'm in Lexington for the summer, and I thought maybe, would you like some training? I know, you're better than me. But if you're gonna play the Soviets, you need help. I'm moving to an apartment on Thursday. I can come by then.
Why don't you come over right now?
She needs someone with her. She can't be alone.
She needs to change her mind.
And it's just that the house must feel so empty right now.
With so many reminders of Alma.
AI Dean Kopf, middle game strategy.
I brought that one.
J.R. Capablanca, my chess career.
That one too.
That one too.
Hey! Basically, let's start with I read everything. Move on.
Component endings. Some of these are going to be new to you,
Capablanca played on intuition.
and his natural gifts, which obviously were considerable.
Unlike Bogoliubov and Grunfeld, who memorized everything.
Yeah, I know how you feel about them.
I see players at tournaments after their games have finished. Sitting there, studying opening variation, or middle game strategy, end game theory. Like it would have made a difference.
You don't ever study?
I analyze games. What actually happened, not what could have happened.
Like Capablanca.
He would have beaten Borgov.
Not every game.
Every game that counted.
You're not allowing yourself
You
to
think
grow.
I'm a prima donna, don't you?
So I've replayed your match with Benny Watts a dozen times now.
I'm a different player now.
In some ways. You're stubborn, so you get mad. And when that happens, you can only see what's right in front of you.
Anger
True.
clears my head.
That's
Anger's
why
a potent
checking what
spice.
could have been might help.
A pinch wakes you up. If you get locked into one idea like this king knight pawn, say it's death.
I like this. And he could have, he could have grown very resentful.
You know what? I'm all for it if she can learn new tricks and
Yeah,
how
you're not
to
the
have
same
an
person
open
you were
mind
5 years
without
ago
the
either.
drugs. You
You
know?
know?
But honestly, what he said is a good idea. She's so focused on what she wants to do that she doesn't look at other options because she believes she's got it.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, what was your end game?
He just saw it
What was your plan?
to beat you. I
Be
don't know
more
what it was.
specific.
Exactly, you're still just improvising.
I just wiped you out 5 times.
That's not the point.
I'm a master, and I've never played better in my life.
So modest.
But I'm nowhere close to what you'd be up against in Paris.
I could beat Borgov with a little more work.
You can beat Borgov with a lot more work, years more work. Read the games from Leningrad, 1962. Look at the way he plays rook-pawn endings. Look at the games with Lashenko and Spassky. You might learn something.
She underestimates everyone she faces. I think it's because everyone, thought she was so great. She started believing it too, and she stopped working for that greatness.
She is a great player,
Yes.
but she can be greater than.
At one point, though, talent is not enough.
I'm moving out the hotel tomorrow. Into my apartment. I won't be coming by so much.
It's not so far away.
No, but I'll be taking classes, and I should probably get a part-time job.
You could move in here if you
I
want.
knew she was gonna ask this.
You know?
She needs
Agree.
someone with her.
She needs the company, and you need
Yeah.
a place to stay. The gossip. Oh.
If I'm to live with you, I'll make that first move, okay?
I just asked you to stay if you want to live here.
Sorry. Alright.
No. I just wasn't ready. I'm ready now.
I mean, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Howard, never.
Are you okay, dude?
Should I stay here or go back to my room?
Whatever you want.
She's so disconnected still. She doesn't act like she cares. So it must be disarming.
Good night.
Yeah. I wouldn't know what to do or say if I was in his place either.
Breakfast is almost ready.
Oh, he's leaving.
I have taught you everything I know, which admittedly is not a lot. I've got to start studying. You've helped me realize something. That I don't love chess. No, it's okay. I just don't love it as much as I once did. I'm gonna leave you this. You have a lot in common.
It's too bad Morphe and Capablanca hadn't been alive at the same time. We could have played each other.
Yeah, it's too bad Morphe fell into a muttering paranoia and died.
What hidden message is
He used
that?
to stay up all night in Paris. You know what they called him? The pride and the sorrow of chess. And then he retired at 22.
You think that's gonna be me?
I think that is you.
I was wondering if he was gonna bring it up. We got it. The character who actually warned her about everything she's been doing.
Yeah, but that's gonna be hard. She's doing it since she's what, 10 years old?
This
Lesser
could,
than that?
considering where she ends up, because I was about to say this could make or break her. We know where she ends up in Paris. But the warning is out.
Why, hello, Beth.
Hey.
Hello, Benny.
I read about your game with Borgoff. That must have felt terrible.
Felt like a fool.
I know that feeling. And we got up first.
And Freddie.
That shouldn't take too long. Highest rated players in the whole fucking country. And yet here we are at some second-rate university playing on cheap plastic boards with cheap plastic pieces. You should see the places they play in the Soviet Union.
I'm planning on it.
You have to get past me first.
I'm planning on that too.
Challenge accepted.
Let's hope that all of those training sessions with what was the name of the other guy again?
Harry?
Harry. Let's hope that it's gonna use them efficiently.
I like how they did this. She's coming for him. Like, she is coming.
Beth!
Without the entire attire, he looks even younger.
Beth Harmon. How about some speed chess?
You're supposed
Or
to
we could
play
some
against her
Skittles, or Blitz,
sometimes.
Or Bughouse.
Fine. One game.
Shall we say $5 a game?
And then people show up too.
Thank you.
Like, oh, I want to see this shit. This is so cool. So this doesn't even allow you to think about what you're doing, almost. You gotta adapt quickly. First game. Again?
Again?
Hell yeah.
I think she gonna need to keep her money though.
She could be learning though, like playing him and losing to him a lot would probably teach her a few things. She said it herself at the beginning of the episode. He would win the games that matter.
Yeah.
Whoever, like, whichever chess master she was talking about.
Listen, I'm sorry about yesterday, okay? I wasn't trying to hustle you.
Weren't you?
Come on, Beth. You're the best player here.
You held me up well enough yesterday.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. That's speed chess. I'm better at speed chess than you are. I play a lot of it in New York.
You beat me in Las Vegas.
That was a while ago. We were too hung up on doubling my pawns. I don't think I can get away with that again.
Did you ever go over games in your head? When you're alone, I mean, play all the way through them.
Doesn't everybody?
They get each other as geniuses. Oh my.
She needs to win this one.
But now, like, she has she has time to think about her strategy. So, like he said, she's a good player, but he's better at
speed chess.
speed chess. Thank you.
I never thought you'd let me trade queens.
You didn't think so either.
30 moves. Jesus.
So she won.
Looks like you can outdrink me, too.
Okay, she won.
I really
Finally,
appreciate the way you're taking this.
they did give us the satisfaction of
No,
seeing it.
I'm pissed.
You always drink this much?
Sometimes I drink more.
You know, if you keep doing this, you're going to end up washed up by the time you're 21.
I like your hair.
Do you, or are you doing this so he doesn't talk about your problems?
4 Soviet chess
Think
players is a
both.
lot of Soviet chess.
When you go to Paris,
In 5 weeks?
well, you'll need a good trainer.
Who'd you have in mind?
Someone who can beat
Can
you at speed
come
chess.
to New York?
Okay. Fine. I'll come to New York.
Great. We'll leave from here. I'll drive us.
When?
Tomorrow. Afternoon.
No time to get
Except
ready.
the hair finishes up. Oh, and about sex. Forget it.
Yeah. He knew what
He
she was
read
trying
her.
to do. Yeah.
He fucking read her like an open book. I actually really...
Seriously, they're good with the music in that episode, though. With the
Yeah.
the lyrics.
Well, they're
and
good with the music
no.
in every episode, actually. Anyway, I really enjoyed what he did there at the end. Two characters we met before who faced her in a chess game saw how destructive she became and called her out on it.
Yeah.
So Harry about the pills and Benny about the alcohol. I don't think she's ready to change, but hopefully she keeps those advices that they gave her in mind and eventually
The
stops.
thing with Beth, we know that she's really stubborn with what she wants to do, and usually advices go from one way and get out from the other.
Yeah, but she did it with chess, so if she can do it with chess,
Yeah, but chess is different. Chess
is her obsession.
That's her obsession. She's in control and she feels safe. Lots of you guys write in the comments that for her, chess is everything because she feels mostly at safe when she's playing
Well,
chess.
that's what she said 2 or 3 episodes ago when they did the interview. She kept saying that she knows what's about to happen in chess, which could be also why she doesn't like to delve into the what could happen. Because that's unknown territory. You don't want, she doesn't want, or she didn't want to try and guess how things could have been different because she likes to be certain that this is how it goes, this is how it's gonna go, and this is what I'm gonna play. She's in control. But then she faced people who had much more experience, who were, not against learning from other people and opening their minds to possibilities and stuff. When she was dead set on, I'm gonna play my thing the way I want it and I'm gonna win, and then she loses and she freaks out and she loses it.
But the thing is, by doing so, by playing her own game, became predictable and people can see right through her.
Well, yeah. Or she when they start winning or when they start making moves that she doesn't expect, she didn't plan, she, like you said, she gets tunnel vision, and then that's when she doesn't see the other moves, and that's when they beat her.
Yeah.
So that's what happened again. That's what happened against Benny the first time. And now she learned from Harry a lot. Like, he showed her, he opened her mind to the idea of learning from multiple chess players, reading books about it.
Do you think, I know that Benny was technically better than her at speed chess, but do you think that she tried maybe different combination during those games to learn what it will do depending on the moves? And try to learn from them for the game that will count afterwards?
No, but I think she grew a lot as a player. So I think that when you give them time to think about a strategy, she is better than Benny. That's a thing that I think thanks to Harry and thanks to all the experience that she gained from the other tournaments and stuff, she managed to be less tunnel vision about what was going on the board. Like, her emotions did not play such a huge part in the game. So I think that's why he beat her. She beat him. In a speed chess thing, I think it's because he knows all the moves and stuff. So and he's fast about it. Where she didn't have time to think about strategies and stuff. So she kept getting stuck. So it's just that his experience is everything in those matches. So I think that he's got more experience in speed chess, like he said. So that's why he beat her. I don't think she learned anything from speed chess because it goes way too fast. And it's completely different when you have time to think about your strategy. But I think that, experience changed her and she's better at the games. She needs, though, to keep going into games without letting her emotions, play for her. Because she didn't want to go back to Paris because I think she's afraid of facing Borgrave again and losing again. It's also the reminder of what happened last time she played him. It's all those bad memories that are linked to that game. So she's not going to be in a good mind space when she goes back there, and she's afraid of that. She's afraid of being vulnerable in any aspect of her life. Whenever Harry, became more emotional with her, when he opened his heart to her, when he told her stuff that were less about let's have sex and more about let's have a relationship, that's when she, let's talk about chess. Like, she's evasive when it comes to that. And she did the same thing with Benny at the end. When he started to call her out on the alcohol, she changed subject right away. She focused on, on his hair and stuff. And that's why I really enjoyed that he was saying,
Thank you that he put her down for that.
Yeah, I think I don't know because we haven't seen much of him yet, but I think he's a really good guy. At least that's the vibe I get from him. And I think that maybe there's a part of him that wants to train her to keep her, in check, considering, how, she's got potential and she could go far and she has a talent and everything. And like Harry, he wants to be a part of that maybe. Like he wants to train her a little bit, teach her stuff because he likes it. Like they share the same fucking mind. Maybe what also, gave him that idea is the fact that, considering she's self-destructive and she drinks a lot and he doesn't know about the pills and stuff, but maybe keeping an eye on her and helping her find other ways to win chess and calm down too, because the stress is what makes her take pills.
Yeah.
When she can focus, that's when she takes pills. So if she's that stressed about Borgrov, when she faces him again, she's gonna lose it. And we know she's not in a good space in Paris either. So maybe Benny wanted to, keep her close to help her go past this problem. So we'll see. But that's the feeling I got from him asking her to come to New York. And hopefully it helps, but we'll have to wait and see. Because, that's the thing, we say this, but then at the same time, we know she's not good in Paris.
Yeah.
Sometimes, though, for things to go better, they need to get worse first. So maybe, those advice are not going to be lost on her. She's going to keep them, and then she's going to keep, self-destructing till at one point she's going to realize, okay, you know what? I think they were right. And that's when she's going to choose to stop. They did a comparison with her and that other guy. I don't remember what his name was, but they did. Harry did a comparison.
The guy that retired at 22.
Yeah, and last episode she was also talking about what do you do after you've got it all. She doesn't have a plan for after. She's so obsessed with this because everything else scares her. She uses sex and drugs and alcohol as an escape, but then she's not ready to face real life. That's the opinion I have of her.
Yeah.
So I think she's afraid that if her chess career comes to an end at one point, she's not gonna have anything. So but she needs to think about that because it's true. If you become the best chess player ever, what next? Like Harry lost his passion for chess. I don't think it could. I mean, maybe it will happen to her. Who knows? Even Borgrov is saying I'm not stupid. Like I realize that I'm playing people that are much younger, and at one point they will best me. So my
Maybe
career is
not.
gonna go forever.
No, but his career won't go forever because he cannot beat time. So right now he didn't find anyone that could beat him. He's unbeatable right now.
Yeah, but he's getting older and stuff.
The only thing that can that's beating him right now is his time.
But that means that eventually it's gonna end for him. Whether it's because he's gonna die or because he's gonna face younger players who know other stuff. Who are willing to change how things are, and he's not gonna be in his element anymore. It could happen. So at one point her career is going to stop, and when this happens she needs to know what she wants to do with her life. And at that moment she doesn't have anyone close to her. She doesn't have family, she doesn't have a plan. She's just focused on her chess playing.
Speaking of family, let's talk real fast about what we saw in that shop. About the girl who used to go to high school with her and basically got married after graduation and got a baby 1 year later.
A baby?
The baby.
I think it's interesting because, like I said in the episode, it's true that, back then, people had to grow up very fast. Like, our generation, we're much more open to the idea of having kids later. We're reaching 30, I'm reaching 30 in 3 years. I'm 27. I don't have a family. Well, I have my family, but I don't have a family. Mm-hmm. I don't care about having babies right now. I don't own a house or anything, and I don't care about that either. I think our generation's idea of being settled and stuff is very different, and it happens later than it used to. Because back then, you were 20, you had to be married, and you had to have children. If you did not have those, and if you did not have a house, a husband, and a child, you were late already. So, people were gonna start and rush you. Hell, they still do today. I can't go to a fucking family meeting without everyone asking me, so when's the kid? I'm like, fuck off. But back then it was expected of everyone to grow up real fast and have, be settled before you're a full adult, basically. So before you truly understand what it means to be an adult, you had to be an adult. So you look at this girl who used to be all about boys and booze and having fun, and then whoop, she had to grow up real fast. And she used to make fun of Beth for looking mature and for looking like a grown-up and, not participating, not having fun, not understanding things about boys and stuff. And then you see the realities now where Beth chose to... It's like she had to grow up so fast when she was a kid that now that she's an adult and she can do whatever she wants, sort of, now she's taking the time to enjoy herself. It's just that she's doing it in a self-destructive way. But she has that freedom. And you have the other girl who was forced to grow up fast and follow the social standing, of what a family should be and when you should have one. And she's still trying to cope with it by buying a lot of alcohol. So they're all messed up, basically. Both of them.
Do you think that maybe the reason why they got married is because she ended up pregnant? So to not make a scandal,
very possible.
they married?
Very possible. But like I said, it would be expected. That's the thing. If you get a kid, you have to marry the guy. You cannot have a kid and not be married. You'll be chastised. No one is going to be there to help you, not in those days. So she did say that they had the kid really soon after the marriage, so it could be that she was pregnant.
I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure that that's the.
But she's clearly not. She's clearly not good with her life right now. If she has that many, bottles. If she's buying that many bottles.
The thing is, I don't think that she wanted to get married at that age.
But it was expected of her. And I mean, baby or no baby, it's expected of everyone, no matter whether you want it or not. Kind of like Beth is doing her own thing, but things are expected of her, even, if she doesn't focus on family, she focuses on her career. Stuff is expected of her. So the pressure is there. She's expected to be the best. She's expected to beat Borgrov and stuff. And that's why she's got so much stress. And she's also putting a lot of expectations on her own shoulders. So that's why she escapes through drugs and alcohol.
And during those times, she's still grieving over the death of Alma.
Yes, which she should take the time to grieve for her, but she chose instead to focus on Harry and focus on chess again and use that as an escape.
And not focusing on Benny, which he did not wanna.
And she did. It's crazy because I feel like she's dressing up like she's younger. She's kind of acting like she's younger too. Like when she was dancing and stuff. It's like she tried to feel free. But then she went and slept in her mother's bed and she started smoking, kind of like her mother used to do. It's like she wants to act like the grown-up because now she has to be the grown-up in the house. But then she's not ready for that. So it sits wrong with me and with her. I don't know. At one point, though, it's going to catch up to her. She's going to realize that, she's not happy and who knows. It could end in a tragedy or she could wake up, find help, and get better. But we heard it's the story of a guy similar to her who ended up, so
we'll see. I'm hoping for a good ending, but we could have a really bitter and
sad
ending.
It could go both ways. I don't think we're gonna get a sad ending, not after everything that happened to her in this show. I think it'd be too sad. But it could get worse before it gets better.
Sometimes that's life. Sometimes you don't get a happy ending.
Yeah, but it's not life, though. It's a TV show.
Same thing.
At one point, though.
Same thing. All right.
Anyway, so good episode. I'm glad we brought back the Benny and Harry. And Benny looks like he's gonna stick around, so that's pretty cool. And we're going to New York, so I'm excited for that. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, guys. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already, or it will be very soon. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be next week, guys.
Yes.
So see you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.